Hello guys, welcome to another video of AdamaScript. In this lesson we're going to learn to make a very simple game. Okay, the name of the lesson is Catch the Banana. So here we will have a monkey on the stage, but it will not do anything. We will have a banana and we will have to catch the banana. So every time you press the banana, it will add a score or a timer will be there. Okay, so this lesson will have a couple of steps. First of all, we will have to animate the banana, then we will have to add in the scores, and then we will have to add in a timer. Okay, so without further ado, let's start with our lesson. Okay, so first of all we have to open up our software, the AdamaScript. Now you can open it from the desktop menu or wherever you want to. Okay, so the first step is basically we have to add in a backdrop, right? So once you go here, you can see there are nature, and then here we can take the banana patches. Since it is a monkey theme stage, we will follow this one. Now the backdrop is here, you can edit it if you want to, but for this one we will not. So we will add in a script, and when you press script, the backdrop will be set. Okay, now to make it look better, what we will do is we will shrink the size of the monkey, make it a bit smaller to, you know, like make it justifiable. And now the next step is we need to add the banana that we will want to catch, right? So how can we do that? We can go to the new sprite from the sprite library. We will go to things section on here, and then once you come here you will see bananas. Okay, so let's press OK, and the bananas will be here, and let's shrink the size a little bit to make it more interesting. All right, so now we have our stage set, we have the banana set as well. Now the first step we will want to do is we want to add in an event. So whenever basically the flag is clicked, we will do something, right? So whenever the flag is clicked, so we will take this one first, the block, and now what do we want to do? We want the banana to show or hide, but we want to do it forever. Okay, so that's why we need to add a forever block, which will keep on doing it again and again until we stop the program. Then now if you come to the looks block, here you can see there is a show block and there is a hide block. So what they do is, once you press the hide block, what happens is the banana is hidden. Once you press the show block, the banana shows back. Okay, so first of all what we want to do is we need to hide the banana every time the stage is set up, and then what we would want to do is we would want to add in a wait block so that it waits for a bit, and then we would want to show it and wait for another second. So let's test out the program quickly. And can you see the banana is appearing and disappearing? So that's the beauty of it, right? Now before we proceed any further, what we would want to do is we want to save the program by going to file, then saving the project. Now save as catch the banana. I will save it as catch the banana 3 because I've already saved 2 versions of it while recording, but now it's fine. So once we have it saved, you can see the name over here on the top. Now the next thing that we want to do is we want the banana to move here and there, okay, in different places. So how can we do that? So let's go to the motion block, and once you come to the motion block, we can make the banana turn, move, whatever we want to do. So here we have another block that says go to x dash y dash, okay, x23 y23. So this block, what it does is if you change the value to something, let's say 150, and then let's see what happens when you press it. You see the banana shifts position, right? So this is basically in the x-axis and the y-axis. So the x-axis is basically from left to right, y-axis is from top to bottom. So what we want to do is to make the game more fun, we want the banana to appear in different places at different times. Okay, so what we will do is we will add a random value from here to here to make it fun, right? So for that we need to go to the operator block, and then you can see here the pick random block. We just need to give it a range. So let's drag and drop pick random inside the x value and the y value. Now we will do is give it a negative 150 to positive 150, okay, for the x, and the same thing for the y, because we want the banana to appear in this ranges. So for example, from negative 150 to 150, then negative 150 to positive 150, okay. Now the thing is, this is already predefined, so you don't need to think too much about it. So what it does is, now if you press this, it will be coming in random positions, but we have to place it in our program. So every time the banana will be in random position, and then it will show up. Okay, so let's run the flag, let's see what happens. You see bananas here, then it's here, then it's changed, it's at the top, right? So this is how you can program the banana to be at different places. Okay, so now we need to add in a score block to make the game more fun, right? For example, so we have animated the banana in the tutorial. Now what we need to do is we have already done all these things. We have added the random positions. I've already explained all these things, so the overall code looks like this. Now what we need to do is we need to save our project, and you could have a challenge. You could add more randomness to the time. For example, right now the banana appears exactly after 1 second, right? So you could add in a random block over here to make it, give it a range that it will appear in different times, so people will be, confused. So we will decrease the time to 0.75 seconds so that banana appears and disappears a bit faster. So let's try it again. You see? Okay, yes, it's almost there. So now we will stop the program by pressing this, and the banana is here. So we will save the project before we move further. Okay, we might lose any progress. Now what we want to do is, after this part is done, we want to catch the bananas, and every time you click the sprite, you want the banana to hide and add in a sound. Okay, so how can we do that? So we need to add in an event, this block, when the sprite is clicked. So basically banana is already chosen, so when the sprite is clicked, what do you want to do? Well, you want the banana to hide every time you click it, and we want to add in a sound to make it more fun. Now the thing is, before it will play any sound, there is no sound at the moment. So how can we get a sound? We can go to the sounds tab, and we can go to the library, or we can even record. So I will choose this Afro string because this one, I like this one. And then you go to the script tab again here, and then you can choose the Afro string, or you can even record your own sound. So now what it would do is every time you press the banana, it will make a noise, and then it will hide. So let's test it out. You see how it's working? Nice, isn't it? So we're almost there with our game. So let me increase the sound a bit so you guys can see what's happening, listen to what's happening. You see, every time I press the banana, okay, it's making a noise. Now the next thing left is basically we need to add in a score and a timer. So adding a score. So what we have to do is we have to add in a score variable. So let's go to the data block and make a variable and name it score. So once you press OK, it will be on the left corner of the screen, as you can see here, right? You can even drag and drop to the right corner, left corner, wherever you feel good. Okay, now this is the score. So what we want to do is basically every time the sprite is clicked, we want the score to change by 1, right? So let's change the score by 1, and initially whenever you start the program, we want the score to be 0. So whenever you click the flag, it will be restarted. Okay, so now let's see, it's 0. So every time I press the banana, I couldn't press it. Okay, it's not taking it. So you see, this is how the game is working. All right, let's reset it again. So this is how the score variable works. Now what we need to do is we need to add in a timer variable to make this even more fun. Okay, so we have to save the project before we do that, and then we need to add a timer. So the timer will start at 10 seconds, and it will go down by counting 1 second, and it will go till 0. Okay, so this code will look like this, and let's start without any further delay. So let's make another variable for our time. So let's say time. I've written the time here, and then press OK. So once you press OK, the timer variable is here, right? So initially the time will start at 0. So we have to add in a program like this. Whenever the flag is clicked, start the timer to 0, right? So whenever we grab another block like this and then write down, whenever the flag is clicked, set the time to 0. Basically time will start to 0, but we need to change it till 10 because we want the time to go from 10 till 0. And then we need to take a control block that says repeat until. Okay, so repeat until, that means repeat the process until you go there. And we need operator block to equalize. Okay, so here we have this operator block like diamond shaped. Bring it and then drag it inside it, and here what is happening is we have to equate the time till 0. Okay, so basically what we're telling is start at time equals to 0 and then go until time equals to start at time equals to 10 and go until time equals to 0. So 10 till 0 basically. And what we need to do is we need to decrease the time, right? So change the time by -1. Let's just put -1, so every time it will change by -1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, and we want to wait in between for 1 second. Okay, so or we can bring it up or down, doesn't matter. So let's check our code. So everything is fine, and let's run it quickly. Okay, so you will see how it's working. So you see on the time 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, so I've got only 3 seconds left. I've got only 2 seconds, 1 second left. Okay, so I've only scored 4. So this is how you can program this game, and let's see whatever is left. You can even change the readout to large readout, and you can make the game more fun by adding, you know, like different levels of difficulties, by giving the player less time, or by making the bananas appear less often, or by making the bananas smaller. Okay, so try this in your own time, and let's see what you can do. Okay, let's see, we place the time on the right, and let's increase the size, and let's restart again. So it starts from 0. Okay, I couldn't press. Okay, 1 score. I've got 6 seconds left. 5, 4, 3. Yes, I've got only 6 points in 10 seconds. Okay, so test it out and see how many points can you score, and like inspire your friends. Like ask one of your friends to play it with you, and you can create this whole program. Okay, this amazing game. Isn't it fun? I think it's fun, right? Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great day, and stay tuned for the next tutorial.